Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel. I'm Spencer, host of Constructive Criticism and Limited Time Only, two podcasts about getting better at Magic the Gathering. Today's an awesome day. It's Sunday. My house is full of AC in the summer, and I'm excited to be talking to you about something that I think is really important in Magic that, I think that we all fall victim to this at times. So I'm really excited to kind of talk about it and how we can improve as a group, as you viewers, and as me as a person, because I think that this is true across life and everything. And so I want to talk to you about is taking part in your own improvement. So taking part in your own learning, taking part in just doing the things that you need to do to improve everything you do. And I want to start here by kind of talking about the trap that we fall into. And I think this happens at work. I think it happens in Magic. I think it happens in life. And that's kind of being an autopilot. So very often, when you have a job or when you're playing Magic, you get into this mode where you just do the same thing every single day. Some people will call it like being in a rut. And you'll do the same thing again and again and again and again and again. And eventually, you'll look back on your day, you'll look back on your Magic tournament, and you'll think to yourself, did I make a meaningful decision this day? Did I do something that impacted the outcome of my day or my tournament? And too often, I think the answer, after we do this a bunch of times, is no, not really. You actually didn't make any decisions. You just did the same thing that you think that you would always do, and you were on autopilot doing it. And I think that we do this in Magic a lot, where we just assume we know the best play from our initial impressions, make that play and move on, make that play and move on. And too often, that's incorrect. There are things that we all should always be taking into consideration to be trying to improve at this game and to be trying to make the best plays possible, and that's true in life too. There are times where you might be on autopilot at work and you're not doing the best job that you could be doing. And I think that we need to fix that. So what are some steps that we can take to try and overcome this? I think the first one is being aware of the fact that this happens. I mean, I think that you get this. I think this really happens when you get good, quote unquote, at some things, right? So when you get good at your job, or when you become good at Magic, quote unquote, you start to think, I don't need to improve anymore. I just need to keep doing the things that I'm doing, and everything will work out. And I don't think that's true. I think that too often, what happens is we become what we believe is good at this activity, or this job, or being a dad, or being a mom, or being a partner to somebody. And we don't continue to try and improve that relationship, to improve that activity, to be better at these things that we do. And we fall into this spiral of mediocrity. Because we're good enough, but are we the best that we can be at it? I think that's the real question. So being aware that this is happening is important, because you can sit there and be pretty decent at your job. You could probably skate by being decent at your job. And if that's what makes you happy, that's awesome. But if you want to be the best at your job, or the best at Magic the Gathering, or the best partner, you have to fix that. You have to be aware that you're doing this and try and actively improve at it. I think one of the ways that you can do this is by slowing down. So sitting there thinking about things. So rather than just doing things, slow down for a minute. Take a deep breath and look at what's going on. In Magic, this is something that I have struggled with in the last couple months. Is, am I making the best play here? Am I even making a play here? Or am I just doing the things that I believe my cards are telling me on my first assumptions? And if I take an active role in trying to improve, I need to be thinking about all of those plays. It doesn't take that long to just have a thought. Before I make the play, think about what my opponent could have. That's not that hard. I think that once you've done that, and once that event is over, maybe it's time to evaluate. Think about what's going on. Okay, did I play the best game of Magic that I could possibly play? Was I helpful as a father and as a husband? Did I do the best job at work I could have done today? Could I have gone above and beyond to try and improve my day and do something a little bit better? And if you're not taking an active role and an active part in doing these things, they're just not going to improve for you. It's not going to happen. And I think that is important thing to think about. Like, how easy is it to just say, "Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to improve. I'm the best." It's pretty easy. And when you like look at Magic and you say, I have this win percentage that I'm pretty happy with. I have, I'm like the best player at my FNM. It's really easy to stay that best player at your FNM for a little while and be happy doing that. But what if you want to be better than that? What if you want to go to the Pro Tour? What if you want to get silver, get gold, become platinum one day? What if you want to top 8 at GP? You're not going to do that by being the best player at your store. You're going to do that by trying to improve. And if you don't take an active role in doing that, if you don't self-evaluate, if you don't slow down and look at the things that you're doing right now to see if you can be doing them better, that's never going to happen for you. I also think it's important to have a plan. What are you doing? How are you doing it? And where's what you're doing going to take you? And where do you want it to take you? Once you know those things, you can break it down and do those things. But you have to have a plan. Just like in a game of Magic, if you just go in there casting spells without knowing why you're casting them or what the end result is going to be once the spells are cast, you're probably going to lose. I think that's true in life, and I think that it's something that we can all do to really set the tone for ourselves to drastically improve as the tournament goes by and really improve our chances to win every individual match. And I think this is all encompassed in actually trying to keep improving. On constructive criticism, we have #AlwaysImproving. It's a segment where we talk about the things that we're doing to try and improve at Magic the Gathering. Every week on the show I say, we believe if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And I honestly believe that. I believe that at work too. If you're not taking an active role to try and improve, you're probably actually getting worse at your job, or you're getting worse at Magic the Gathering. You're becoming a worse husband because you're not being an active participant in this. It's too easy to fall into the trap of not participating because it's so easy. It's so easy not to participate that you have to take that active role to be trying to improve at things. Otherwise, you're just going to stay stagnant. And eventually, expectations are going to change. Something's going to change within that. And then instead of being stagnant and plateauing, you're actually going to digress. The other thing that you can do to try and help with this is feedback and friends. Getting feedback from people and from your friends is going to be important. If you don't ever get feedback from your boss, how good of a job do you know that you're doing? If you don't ever get feedback from the people around you that you're playing Magic with, how do you know how you're doing? Well, I won FNM, so obviously I'm doing great. But did you do your best? I think that getting feedback from your opponents, talking about plays, talking about sideboarding, talking with your friends about plays and sideboarding, that's going to do wonders for you. And something that I fell into the trap of is my friends were starting to have conversations, and I didn't know what they were talking about or why it mattered very often. And so when I'm listening to my friends having these deep Magic conversations, I'm like, why are they having these conversations? What are they talking about? Why is this important to them? And why isn't it important to me? And so kind of one of my goals is I want to be a part of these conversations, and I want to care the way that they care because they're trying to improve. And if you see somebody that's passionate and trying to improve, try and surround yourself with them. They're going to lift you up through their passion and through their improvement. Kind of a weird video today. That's really all I have to say. I think that we need to do what we can to be a participant in the things that we're doing, to be the best that we can at them. More than just, the easy part of going through the motions. It's more than that. We need to actively find ways to be the best at what we can do, to improve our lives, our play skill, and those around us, whether it's our teammates, our family, our coworkers. This is something that can be applied everywhere. Kind of a weird video, a little bit preachy. I hope you got what I was trying to say. I hope it wasn't ranty, but it's something that I've been working on in the last week, so I want to share it with you guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching Wednesday Night Warrior. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out patreon.com/ccmtg to become a patron of this and all of our other Magic content. Don't forget to check out Pure MTGO, where we also post this every week. All of the other content on there, and their sponsor at MTGO Traders. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you guys all next week.